What's up? What's up? Straight to the point. Back again with another one. Want y'all to hit that like button, sub to the channel too. Also share this video and hit them notifications too, alright? Let's get right to it. Now, everybody and their mama is gunning for Shannon Sharpe, like I said, man. And Shannon Sharpe is not going to handle the disrespect. And he's only going to let it go so far. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Mike Epps had pretty much, Shannon Sharpe claimed that Mike Epps had lied on his name. Now, Shannon Sharpe basically said that, you can say all the jokes that you want about him. He said you can talk about, him being, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the word on YouTube because YouTube be tripping, but pretty much rainbow, okay? You can say everything else, say all the jokes that you want to, because Mike Epps had a performance in which he said some jokes, and but the thing that Shannon Sharpe got pissed off about was the fact that he had lied. He said that he had lied on his name because Shannon Sharpe had wanted to do an interview with Mike Epps, had invited him on, and Mike Epps apparently had declined or whatnot. And he said, that one thing that he's not going to tolerate is anybody lying on his name, and he said he's going to pull up on Mike Epps. Look, I'm with Shannon Sharpe on that. Now I don't think it's going to get physical. I don't think he's going to mess up his brand. I think Shannon Sharpe is smarter than that. No, plus he's too old for all that. But I do know that credibility means a lot, especially now that he's got the hottest platform. Bar none, right now he's got the hottest platform. Everybody and their mom want to be on Club Shay Shay, because they know if they get on Club Shay Shay, that's going to open up a lot of things for them. My fault, y'all. I had to get some coffee. But yeah, now everybody's coming out of the woodwork. See, a lot of people don't understand that there's a lot of buried stuff that they're trying to sweep up under the rug, that they're trying to hold in the closet. It's like a junky ass closet or a junky ass backyard. Okay, with the junky ass closet, it's only so much that you can put in there until eventually that stuff is all gonna bust out of the door. Once you open it, and it's gonna fall all over a person depending on what you put in there. And then with the junky backyard, if you have a whole bunch of salvage back there, after a while it's gonna start stinking. Everything gonna start rusting. Then they're gonna have to call the city, and they're gonna fine you until repercussions are gonna happen because of you not removing that junk. Well, it's the same thing with what's going on right now with all these comedians. And ever since Monique had tried her best to tell you what was happening. Cat Williams, he told you what was happening. Okay, and ever since then, everybody's been acting like loose cannons, embracing themselves. Man, look, if you ain't do shit, you ain't got to worry about nothing. If you didn't do anything, you ain't got to worry about a motherfucking thing, and you should handle that shit the legal way, really. And also this, I want to give a shout out to urban politician Big Ant over there. Go sub to his platform. Shout out to Big Ant. He said something real key. Texas brother, representing H-Town all day. He said something that was a very valid point. All of this could have been handled behind the scenes, okay? And the fact that it wasn't handled behind the scenes, there's a lot of people that are going to take this as kind of, a drama show, like theatrics, like you acting and stuff like that, because all of this could be handled besides social media. And he said, some of y'all are some of y'all are damn near in your 60s, and y'all trying to handle this like the high school way, like something that high schoolers would do, or little kids would do, on social media and stuff, instead of actually sitting down and talking about it like grown ass men and women. Yes, and I'm including Monique, I'm including Cat Williams too as well. But the fact that they tried to say something, and you can't tell a person how to feel, like Monique, feeling the way that she was blackballed, and then also them coming out lying on her and stuff like that. I don't blame Monique. Now, are there some things that a couple things that I don't agree with as far as Monique? Very, very few. There's only, like one or two things. But other than that, Monique is on point with everything that she said. And also, I think there's another thing too, and I'm gonna touch on it briefly, but like I said, I'm still gonna talk about the Monique situation. I know it's been, a couple of days removed from the interview and everything, but I'm gonna say this, man. There's a person that really nobody's really talking about, and they're kind of like just letting him get away with some of the stuff that he's actually involved in and stuff, and I feel like he's sort of the mold, and that's Lee Daniels. Because Lee Daniels, I believe he had his hand in a lot of stuff too. He said he didn't want to lose his position, which he probably didn't, and everything. I think all of them were involved in order to blackball Monique. Okay, but that, like I said, I'm gonna get away from talking about that for a minute. I'm gonna get back on Mike Epps. Listen, I respect Mike Epps as his acting in terms of comedian, being a comic in the acting. I respect that, but I don't respect him as a comedian. Him doing stand-up. His stand-up is really not that funny. It's the same thing with D.L. Hughley. Okay, they might do okay things, because with D.L. Hughley, he had his own show. He had the Hughleys, and he done radio stuff like that. But I never felt like he should have been one of the kings of comedy, and I stand on that. But just like D.L. Hughley, Mike Epps wasn't really all that funny. Okay, he's funny like in his movies. Now that I will give him, he's real funny in his movies, but not as far as stand-up, because I've seen his stand-up. I wasn't really impressed. But having said all of that, now you up in arms because hey, there might be some stuff that might be exposed about you. But besides that, man, I don't think Shannon Sharpe is gonna fight him or nothing like that. But I know he wants to have a conversation with him, and I agree with Shannon. I think you should have a conversation with Mike Epps, because that's your name, that's your credibility, So y'all let me know what you think. Should Shannon go ahead and pull up on Mike Epps? Should Mike Epps, have a conversation with him behind the scenes? Like call him man to man, or should others, they just, just let it be. Let it die down on its own, man. Y'all let me know what you think. Straight to the point. I'll get at y'all later.